Yes, sir. Shack Talk Stocks. We back another day, another video, bright and early. Alright, what your Uncle Shaq always tell you? Well, what he always tell you? Hold on to your stock, don't sell. Now, we got two big stories today. Now, the first one, it says a long road. First of all, subscribe to the channel, like the video. Don't just watch. Subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed while you're watching, hit that subscribe button, like the video. It helps the channel out. I'm watching how many people are unsubscribed because a lot of people watching, but you're not subscribed. Gotta hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notifications. Hit that like. But let's get back into it. So Maine, right into it. Maine just went legal with cannabis. You can go buy it right now. Like I said, man, Canopy Growth, all the stocks that we holding, they're about to be worth a lot of money within, I would say, 2 years. I wouldn't even say 5 anymore. Let's get to the first story. So, South Portland, Maine, Mainers are getting their first opportunity to legally buy marijuana for adult recreational use. Now, the bill was passed a while ago, right? But now it's finally legal. I tell you, it's just a waiting game. Retailers blame the pandemic and the limited number of licensed manufacturers, basically stores, because these stores have to go through a whole licensing process, just like Boston, that had to go through a whole licensing process to get their first marijuana store available for recreational use and purchase. But it's happening. Retailers blame the pandemic and limited number of licensed manufacturers for reducing the variety of product available on Friday. The opening day, it don't matter, it's gonna kick up. Licenses were issued only a month ago, but that didn't dampen Matt whatever enthusiasm for hitting two newly opened shops in South Portland. It's the history that I'm excited about, said whatever, said the 40-year-old of Hampton, New Hampshire, who wasn't worried about limited product. I like to take part in a historic moment. It's important to me. Maine rode to become the 10th state allowing retail sale of cannabis use was exceptionally, all these big words, it was crazy. A referendum was approval nearly months, 4 years ago, so in 2016, they got approved. But the efforts to set up a method for legally purchasing cannabis dragged on through two vetoes by the governor, two legislators didn't stop it, and a change in administration. They know with coronavirus, people want to get high, so that's why they waited till now. Then came the coronavirus that created further delays as the state determined how to safely open stores. How y'all open the stores during the pandemic? Y'all just waited. Under state law, marijuana growers and product suppliers have to be licensed and products have to be certified by state licensed lab. For now, there are only a handful of manufacturers and one laboratory, and there are only 7 stores at present through the Maine Office of Marijuana Policy that will be licensed. That's a lot of stores. Oh, let me shut my alarm off. Sorry about that. But it's better than nothing and it represents a starting point, says Boyer, an independent marijuana industry consultant in Maine. To the state's credit, there's something to be because of planting the flag and breaking the ice and starting sales for thousands of adults who don't have access for one or other reason. It's a big day. State allows each customer to buy up to 2.5 ounce. God damn. Enough to roll more than 100 joints. You could buy 2.5 ounces, bro. Including within that limit, they may also purchase 5 grams of concentrate. Jesus. They selling. They talking about, man, this about to go crazy. Many retailers, however, plan to limit customers to smaller amounts to stretch their supply. Yeah, that's gonna sell out quickly. But anyway, that news went up today, right? So now Canopy got news today. I'm always keeping y'all updated on Canopy. You know, so today, what's today? October 9th? This news just came out. October 8th. Buy Canopy Growth stock before it surges to $60. Remember, Canopy was at like 50 back in the day. Now it's about to go back up. A long-term boom in Canopy CGC is about to start. I always keep y'all up on the news. Let's get it. Canopy has been, to be frank, a disappointment to CGC holders for several years. Not me. I've been holding. This company is supposed to turn out into a titan of the industry in the booming global pandemic market with surging revenues, huge profits, and soaring stock price. But none of that has happened yet, mostly because of the cannabis industry has gotten off to a slow start. That's all good. That this is gonna get the fake shareholders out. Canopy has struggled to profitable growth in a sluggish market, and shareholders have lost their patience. Not me, I'm holding. But there's reason to believe Canopy Growth is on the cusp of tipping, wherein the company will finally turn into a rapidly growing, profitable, booming cannabis space. And that as that happens, Canopy could surge all the way to $60, implying a $300 upside. Here's how that could potentially happen. The cannabis market boom is inevitable. It's important to understand the global commerce of burgeoning and huge legal cannabis markets isn't a matter of if, but when, like I always say. It's coming. Maine just got on. There's simply too much demand for cannabis out there in the world. Too much support for legalization, too much science showing drugs wide range of benefits to stop legal cannabis from becoming a ubiquitous global reality within the next decade. Just look at young consumers who recently like to smoke weed more than they like to drink alcohol. All this we know. Or look at Pew polling trends, which start at the percent of Americans who support nationwide legalization and has risen 30% from the 90s to 70%. The boom is starting now. There's reason to believe that the global cannabis market started in 2020. Everyone looks to Canada as a pioneer of the global cannabis legalization and destigmatization trend. Rightly so. They are basically the first developed country to nationally legalize. Right? But in 2020, the mess is cleaned up. Government officials have relaxed type restrictions. Once they go legal in New York, it's over. It's that New York. See them cities that control all the money? New York, um, Boston. It's legal in Boston. All where all the banks are, all the insurance money is processed in Boston. The East Coast, Fort Knox, those big cities, bro. Once it's there, it's already legal in DC. The rest of the world will follow the blueprint. Over the next decade, more and more countries will legalize cannabis. CGC stock had a huge upside potential. Okay, so looking at the big picture here are 5 things happening in respect to Canopy. Now, they just had a major growth, I think 19% upside the other day. Let me see, let me Google that. There's some stuff going on with Canopy right now, bro, that you gotta pay attention to. Like I always tell y'all, I'm gonna keep y'all updated if y'all forgot, man. It's at 17, so boom, you see, there was a rise yesterday. See, boom. And not only Canopy surge, Aurora surge, other marijuana stocks surge. Gotta pay attention, man. Don't sell. I keep telling y'all, don't sell. Just hold it down. Weather the storm. You will be rewarded. Shares of Canopy and cannabis and other stocks move higher on Thursday, following comments by Democratic Vice President Senator Kamala Harris and Governor Phil Scott affirming by the closing trade, Aurora and Canopy stocks were up 10 to 13%. See, so what? Senator Harris said during the vice president debate. So the debate got it popping on Wednesday that if elected, former President Joe Biden would decriminalize marijuana. The same day, Governor Scott announced that he'll allow legalization of marijuana to move forward in the state. Boom. Just by that news, it drove the stock through the roof. Like I always say, the news, the news, the news.